Okay. Let's continue, my dear children. We did eighth problem, right? Yeah. Let's go for the ninth one now. I believe my voice is audible. Okay, I am not able to listen to you guys. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. So find the compound interest on 16,000 rupees at 20% per annum for 9 months compounded quarterly. Okay. Now, what does quarterly means?
3 months.
3 months. Yes, very good, very good. So, sorry. Now, in this case, see, obviously, पहले मैं ना formula method use कर लेता हूँ. So, the compound interest is basically amount minus principal. So, first of all, let's find the amount. The amount's formula is P in the bracket 1 plus R upon N multiplied by 100 raised to NT. This is the formula, right? So, in this case, principal's value is how much? किधर गया? 16,000. 1 plus R. Rate of interest is how much? 20 percentage
Sir,
multiplied by. Yes, tell me.
sir, you have written 1,600 instead of 16,000.
Oh, thank you. 16,000. Yeah. So a- N means quarterly. Quarterly means once in 3 months, which means in an year, the compounding will be done 4 times. Hence, N will be equal to 4. N is equal to 4. Raised to. Instead of N, I'll write 4 multiplied by T. T is the tenure in terms of years. So 9 months is how many years? Or maybe what value in terms of years? So how to convert months into years?
Sir, it is
3 by 4.
4 into 3 by 4.
Very good. Very good. It's 3 by 4 basically. So T will be equal to 9 multiplied by or maybe divided by 12, which gives you 3 by 4 years. Okay. So it is n के जगह पे I'll write 4 multiplied by 3 upon 4. So I'll cancel this 4. I'm left with 3 in the power. Then in case of 20, I'll cancel zeros. 2 I'll cancel with 4. I'll be left with 1 by 20. So that gives me 16,000. By the way, minus P is also there, right? So, okay, I'll write this in order to avoid confusion. So that gives me 16,000. In the bracket, I'll be having 21 divided by 20 raised to 3. Okay. Now, the principal is, sorry, compound interest. What they're asking is compound interest, right? Yeah. Compound interest is amount minus principal. Now, this is principal, right? So, from here, what I can do, I can take principal common and I'll be left with, matlab, this formula also has principal and this also has principal. From both the places, when I take principal common, I'll be left with 1 plus R upon 100n raised to nt minus 1. Did you understand the logic behind this? This is the formula for amount and this is the principal. From principal, when I take principal common outside from both the terms, here P is not there and here nothing is there, hence I've written 1. Do you understand this?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt? Okay. So I'm going to directly write the values. That'll be 16,000 बाहर रहेगा. Inside the bracket, I'll write 21 upon 20 cube. So that'll be 21 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 21 divided by 20 cube it is, right? So 20 cube minus 1 है तो इधर भी LCM ले लिया, so I'll be left with minus 20 cube whole divided by 20 cube. Do you understand this? I've taken LCM over here. Okay. Now this this 20 cube can be written as 20 multiplied by 20 multiplied by 20. So तीन zeros तो मैं ऐसे ही उड़ा दूंगा. 1, 2, 3. Then this 2,
Sir,
2,
can you repeat
2.
this step?
Okay. Okay. So I have 20 cube upon 20, sorry, 21 cube upon 20 cube in the case of amount. So what I've done, I am writing 16,000 in the bracket. Over here, 21 cube upon 20 cube minus 1 it is. In the next step, I'm going to take LCM. So 20 cube, I'm going to multiply over here. 21 cube can be written as 21 into 21 into 21. 20 cube can be written as 20 into 20 into 20. So far, so clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Now I'm going to do cancellations. Three zeros I'm canceling with three zeros over here. And 2, 2, 2. Total 8 it is. Cancel with 16, you are left with 2. Okay. Now it is 2 multiplied with this number. So now it is clear that 20 cube is 8,000. And 21 cube is how much?
Sir, 9261.
Very good. So basically it is going to be 2 multiplied by 9261 minus 8,000. That gives you 2 into 1261. That is 2522. So ultimately your answer is 2522. This is your answer. Option 3. This we have solved using formula method. You just make a note of it. I'll wait for a few seconds and then I'll give you another option, another technique also to solve. Don't worry. Yes, Yatharth.
Oh, sir, I
Yeah.
understood the later part, sir, but I did not understand how you got that 4 into 3 upon 4.
Okay. So 4 is n and t is 3 by 4. And what is n? How many times are we going to take interest in an year? So if interest is compounded quarterly, which means in an year, 4 times we are going to compound it. And T is total time period in years. 9 months means 9 by 12, 3 by 4 years. Hence this.
Sir,
Okay. Yeah.
but sir, we have to only calculate for 9 months. So won't it be 3?
Sorry, 9 months. It won't be 3, my dear child. It will be 3 by 4 only. Huh, that's, अरे 3 तो है यार. 4 into 3 by 4 is how much? 3 only. Hence I've written 3.
No, sir, like in the denominator, sir, 100 into 3.
No, 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 no. N is not how many times are you going to calculate in your tenure. N is how many times are you going to calculate in 1 year. It's always 1 year.
Oh, okay, sir,
अगर
understood.
टेन्योर 2 years भी होता और क्वार्टरली होता
Hmm.
एन 8 नहीं होता एन वुड स्टिल हैव बीन 4 अंडरस्टूड क्वार्टरली मींस
Okay, sir,
एन इक्वल टू
so then in power it would be 4
3
into upon 4.
या
Okay, sir.
ओके Yeah, after you understand this method, everyone understands this method. I'll solve with one more method. Don't worry. Yathar, you can put your hands down. I think, tell me what's your query.
Sir, if in the power it was suppose larger than an year, like 1 year, 2 months was the time, so it would be in fraction and we couldn't cancel it throughout. So
Yeah.
the power would be in fraction. So how could we solve this question?
See, fraction means there will be a numerator and there will be a denominator. Denominator में जो भी आता है, that will be a root. For example, if your power is 3 by 2, upon 2 means you have to take square root. 3 means you have to take cube. So that's how you have to do it. First आप cube करोगे, then आप उसका root लोगे.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
ठीक है. So let me solve with another method now. Okay. So now you can use this in a different logic. Okay. So if the interest is compounded quarterly, okay. So this is the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Okay. Now the rate of interest for the whole year is 20%, which means हर quarter में 20% होगा या पूरे साल का ही 20% होगा. The rate of interest is 20% per annum, which means for the whole year it is 20%, which means हर quarter में it will be only 5%, 5%, 5%, and 5%. Do you understand this?
Sir,
Okay. Now, the total tenure is only 9 months, which means we have to calculate only 3 quarters. Fourth quarter का calculate करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay. Interest जो है fourth quarter का calculate करने की जरूरत नहीं, because we are only considering only the first 3 quarters. Sorry. Now, uh, interest. Let me calculate the interest. In the first quarter, the interest will be 16,000. Okay. I'll calculate the interest of 16,000. अरे यार, what is this? Yeah. So 16,000 का interest will be divided multiplied by 20%. That gives you 3,200. Do you agree with me? So the first quarter will bear an interest of 3,200, which is the interest of the principal amount. Okay. So this interest will be borne everywhere. So in the second quarter also, the principal का, अरे मैंने गलत calculate किया, my bad. Not 20%. I have to calculate 5% only, because I'm going to calculate interest for the first quarter itself. So first quarter का interest rate is 5%. My bad. So that will give me 20, and this gives me 800. Yeah. So 800 is the interest of the first quarter. Do you understand this much?
yes, sir.
Okay. Now in the second quarter, what happens? Principal का interest 800 तो रहेगा ही रहेगा, प्लस प्रीवियस इंटरेस्ट का भी इंटरेस्ट लगेगा. कितना? 5%. दैट गिव्स यू 800 का 5% is remove a zero, make it half. That is 40. It gives you 840. Do you understand this? Now in the next year, what happens? Next year, what happens? 800 is still there. Next year, नहीं, next quarter, what happens? 800 is still there. And previous जितना भी interest था, उन सबका 5% लेना पड़ेगा. That means इस 800 का भी 5% लेना पड़ेगा. एंड ये 840 का भी 5% लेना पड़ेगा. टोटल इंटरेस्ट का 5% इट इज. दैट गोस 800 का 5% इज 40 ऑब्वियसली, एंड 840 का 5% इज रिमूव जीरो मेक इट हाफ, इट इज 42. सो दैट गिव्स यू 882. This is the interest. Now when you add all three components, you will get the total interest. So total compound interest for 9 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, total 9 months will be 800 plus 840 plus 882. That gives you 24 plus 122 is 25, 22. Adding all of them. Understood?
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Sir, in the third quarter, 800 plus we can do 1640 into 5 by 100.
Yes, you can do it.
Sir,
That
but
will
the
also give
answer
you the
is
same
coming
answer.
a little different.
Probably you might have done some calculation error. Otherwise, you should get the same answer itself.
Yes, sir,
One
I did a
six,
calculation error.
हाँ 1640 का 5%
82.
20. Yeah, 82 it is. It is again the same only 882. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Anything else? I believe this problem is clear. So whenever the tenure is small, the logical approach will definitely solve the problems quickly. If the tenure is huge, like 20 years, 30 years and all, then the formula method is good. Otherwise, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, the logical approach is fine. Like three stage, one stage, second stage, third stage, maybe max to max fourth stage. The logical approach will be easier for you. Okay. So ninth question ka answer is third option. Yes. Now let's go for the next one. That is 10th problem. The difference between compound interest and simple interest on a sum uh, at 8% for 2 years is 41.6. Find the sum. Now I'll give you a very simple shortcut for this. So whenever the tenure is 2 years, the compound interest and simple interest के बीच का difference is principal multiplied by rate of interest का square. That's it. This is a shortcut formula which can give you the principal directly. इतना ही करना और कुछ करना ही नहीं है. So in this case, compound interest and simple interest is उनके बीच का difference is how much? They have already given this to be 41.6. The principal we have to find multiplied by 8% का square. 8 का square is 64. Or maybe I'll do like two certain cancellations. नहीं, रहने दो. It's 68 upon 100. That should 4 twos are 4 25s are. When you square, you get 4 upon 625, 41.6. So your principal is going to be 41.6 multiplied by 625 divided by 4. And this also can be like 416 is divisible by 4, right? So it's like 1 and 0 4. Decimal point डाल देना. So 625 को 10.4 से multiply करना. That's your answer. I think it's 6 5. Wait, why do I feel ठीक है 6525 आना चाहिए आंसर बट ऑप्शन में तो है नहीं 6525. द प्रोसीजर इज आल्सो करेक्ट. इसका इंटरेस्ट जितना है उसका एक और बार इंटरेस्ट लिया. द प्रोसीजर इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. कैलकुलेशन में कुछ हुआ है क्या? 4 4 2 आर 625. Wait, 6500 it is. 6500, yes. That's your principle. Any doubt?
Sir, this question was the 10th question, right?
Yep.
Okay, sir.
Okay, erasing this, we'll go for the next question. That is 12th question. If the simple interest on a certain sum of money is 5% money at 5% per annum, after 4 years is 1,600. Then find the compound interest on the same sum for the same period at the same rate. So again, you can go for any logic, but I would definitely prefer to go for the logical approach rather than the formula approach, because formula one is going to be lengthier one. I'm not going to solve using formula. I'll be using the logical approach itself. So first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Okay. Yep. So simple interest, simple interest. First, 1600 divided by 4. 4 years में divide करना है ना. So each year it will be 400 itself. Now speaking about compound interest, in the first year it will be definitely 400. In the second year it will be 400 plus how much it is? 5%, right? Yeah. Previous year ka 5%. That gives you, remove a zero, make it half. 20. That is 420. In the third year it's 400 plus प्रीवियस दोनों ईयर का जो टोटल इंटरेस्ट है उसका 5%, दैट इज 820 का 5%. दैट गिव्स यू, डिवाइड करो, ये हो जाएगा 20, कैंसिल करो, दिस इज 41. 400 प्लस 41 इज 441. द नेक्स्ट ईयर सॉरी, द नेक्स्ट ईयर्स इंटरेस्ट विल बी 400 प्लस प्रीवियस 2 ईयर का तो इंटरेस्ट मुझे पता ही है, इट इज गोइंग टू बी 41 रुपीज प्लस 441 का 5% इज हाउ मच? Remove 0, 44 point, so 22. Roughly, it will be 22.05.
Sir, we can do
Exactly.
it as 1261 also, right?
Yes, you can do it. Not a problem. So total addition gives you 463.05. Now, when you add all the interest, the total compound interest becomes 463.05, then goes 441, then goes 420, then goes 400. It becomes 1724.05. That's your answer. Okay, going to the next one. The principal that amounts to so and so 5780 in 2 years at 6.25 percentage per annum. Compound interest will be how much? Sorry. Now, in this case, I would go for the formula method because the numbers are tricky numbers. The logic may be a bit confusing. So I will definitely go for the formula method. Okay. So as per the formula method, the formula goes like this. Amount is equal to principal multiplied by 1 plus r upon 100. I'm not going to write n because in this case nothing is mentioned regarding n raised to t. Okay, directly go for the formula. So you have to find p. You have been given with a. So 5780 is equal to p in the bracket 1 plus r is 6.25 divided by 100 raised to 2 years. 2 years. So let me just check. Uh, I can convert this as 625 divided by 100. This can be written as 25 into 25 divided by 100 into 100. 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 16. So 1 by 16 it is. So when you cancel this, this becomes 1 by 16. How did I do that? I'll tell you. 6.25 divided by 100 था ना? So what I'll do, I took decimals 2 times ahead, जिसलिए मैंने नीचे और एक 100 डाल दिया. So this became 625. 625 can be written as 25 multiplied by 25. नीचे 100 and then 100. This gives you 1 by 4. This gives you 1 by 4. Total 1 by 60. Understood the logic? Sorry. Understood the logic? Okay. So when I take LCM now, 16 plus 1, 17. It is 17 upon 16 it will be. Okay. So principal multiplied by 17 square, which is 17 into 17 upon 16 square, which is 16 into 16. That is equal to 5780. So total principal will be equal to 5780 multiplied by 16 into 16 divided by 17 into 17. Now 5780, does it go with 17? 5780 divided by 17. Yeah, it goes with 340. 34. Yeah, 340 it goes with. And 340 also goes with 17. 17 twos are it is. That means 20 it is. So what you have is 20 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 16, which is pretty simple. That gives you 5120. Yeah. 16 into 16 is 256 multiplied by 2 is 512. Take 0 add kiya. Yeah. 5120 is your answer. Option 1 is your correct answer. Okay. Proceeding further. The compound interest on a certain sum for 2 years at 12.5% per annum is 2125. Then what would be the simple interest for the same period? We have solved similar problem. So it's the same logic. So 2125 से definitely कम होगा. ये बहुत ज़्यादा कम हो गया. So this is the closest. I'll start with 2100. Then I'll go to 2000 maybe. Okay, because simpler number है. But I know 2025 is much closer. But ये थोड़ा simpler number है, इसलिए I'll go towards that and then I'll come to the other one. Okay. So anyway, let me start with 2100. Let me see if that is going to satisfy my condition. So 2100 simple interest for 2 years. First year, second year. So when I divide it into half, it goes as 1050 and 1050. Okay. The compound interest goes as, for the first year it is 1050 obviously. For the second year it will be 1050 plus 1050 को कितना 12.5 percentage. That goes to be 131.25. Now if I add this with 1050, I will get 1181.25, which I add with 1050 to find the total interest. I'm going to get 2231, which is not going to satisfy. So which means this is not my answer. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll consider 2000 for the next one. So 2000 ke baad, then I'll compare whether my answer is coming same or greater or lesser. Accordingly, I can decide which one is the correct answer. Okay. So this is not working out. So let me consider 2000 now. So simple interest, compound interest. First year, second year. 2000 को divide करो दो में, 1000, 1000. First year का compound interest, 1000. Second year का 1000 plus 1000 का 12.5, which should be 125. When I add them, when I add the total interest, it will be 2125. Yes. So 2000 is working. So which means option 1 is my correct answer. Okay. So my dear children, that's all for today. The next class will be continuing from here. Okay. Till then, take care. Bye bye.
Excuse me,
Bye,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Somebody was
Sir, I
saying,
had a
Vivek.
doubt in textbook.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night. Vivek, you
Yes,
have a doubt in textbook, right? So, okay, fine. It's been quite a few classes, right? So in the next class, what we'll do after completing compound interest worksheet, we'll take a doubt solving session. आपके पास जो भी textbook doubts रहेंगे, we'll solve them one by one. Okay?
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.